So, good evening, guys. Welcome back to an episode of the TG podcast. Of course, we're here every single week to talk everything Arsenal. Even though I don't really want to talk. To be honest, like draining people, even thinking about it right now. I'm not even looking forward to the game. I don't think anyone is. Anyone on the panel looking forward to the game on Wednesday? Honestly, just it's one of those ones. It's just got to that stage where end the season, people. Right now, I don't even care. But we're here as always. We're back with a podcast every single Monday. Only me, Rory, and Cooper tonight. Us three are going to run it. Say how it is as always. But Rory's came back from Dubai, man, and I'm sure you missed it already, bro.
Yep.
Golden Stake settings.
What would you want me to say? What do you want me to say? But I mean, apart from Ben White not sharing his suntan lotion with me, it was really good actually. I'd much rather speak on that than Arsenal right now, because I mean, Arsenal don't want to give me the same treatment, so that's the point.
Yeah, it's madness. Cooper, bro, what are you telling me, man? Obviously, apart from Arsenal, Cinderella settings, maybe Cobra Kai settings, one of the two instead of Arsenal, bro.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. Like about the games. But other than Arsenal, everything is great.
Facts. Yeah, it's facts, Cooper, man. Everything is great. I mean, I appreciate all the birthday wishes as well, people. I was just saying to them backstage, Cooper, I'm a man now, people, man. 18 years of age, you already know. So, I actually had a really good birthday, guys. Of course, then also had to lose to West Ham on the Saturday and just sort of ruin it a little bit. But apart from that, you know what happens when you're Arsenal fan, people. They like to ruin a lot of things, But yeah, it is what it is, man. We're talking about today. Let's get into it, man. Make sure big up the chat as always. Great to see all the real ones in the building. A quickly big up before we do start. AFC always is in the building. Big up to you, AFC always. AFC always legend. We got Natalie from Belgium as well as always. Great to see you. AFC Ferreira's in the building. My brother Jacob's in the building saying intro giving me false hope, Josh. Those are the days though, man. Those are the days, man. I'm telling you, yeah, bro. Some good proper football we was playing there. But even that season, bro, we still managed to win nothing. It's crazy. But yeah, bless up Jacob, man, every single time. AFC's in the building. He says, big up Josh Hoberton as guard of honour against Liverpool to congratulate them on winning the league. What? We're doing a guard of honour?
Well, most likely.
What's the God of honor? What is that?
Is that not what we stand and clap them when they walk out the tunnel?
Yeah.
Or something?
We had to do the
Fucking
same 4
embarrassment.
years ago, remember? In lockdown.
Fuck that. Fucking hell. Fuck that. God of honours, people. Not for me, that is. But anyway, big up. Make sure you leave your thoughts down below, people. Let's get right into it. Yeah, where do we start? Let's start obviously with that West Ham game, people. Graham Potter's West Ham. I'll tell you something now. Graham Potter has our number at the Emirates. He did us with Östersunds, that Swedish team. If you guys remember when we had Wenger in Europa League. Yeah, did us with Brighton at the Emirates. Did us now with West Ham at the Emirates as well. West Ham as well. The past 2 seasons, they done us 2-0 last season, and they come back again and do us 1-0 this season. Another absolute appalling embarrassment of a performance this season, people. It's not the first time, yeah? Awful types of results we've had in these types of games as well, There's a whole list of them, people. And at the end of the day, that one, once again against West Ham, we knew going into the game, that's honestly the most awful thing about it. Like, usually after a game like that, say if this was like last season, because I remember last season I was fuming with it. I think we had 30 shots against them last season, right? And I was fuming. I was like proper angry. But now, I'm not even angry with it, man. I'm not even surprised as well of what we saw there, the other day, really. Mikel Marino experiment, man. I don't even blame him. I honestly, I got a feel for the guy. The guy's obviously not a striker. Fair play, the guy come off the bench and got 2 goals against Leicester. But come on, that experiment's over now, Mikel.
And you think about it, like he didn't get any service.
He barely got any service either, man. So I got a feel for Mikel Merino up front. You know, this guy's been told to play out striker. I mean, what would you expect this guy to do, people? You know, it's absolutely crazy. Of course,
I'm kind of thankful he didn't bang in a couple more, because then we wouldn't be signing a striker. We'd be going
we're
with
saved,
Marino.
bro. We're saved. We've got Marino
We'd be going
now.
with Marino, and we'd be going with Kai Havertz. So,
But yeah, facts, bro. But it's I don't know, that's the way how they think as well. This football club Cooper is madness. But look, that goal as well that we conceded was pathetic defensively. Like, I love Calafiori, man, but I think he's got to do a bit better there. You know, I think he's just sold himself too easily against Wan-Bissaka there, and you know, and we let Jared Bowen run from. Was it like our own box? Like, no, sorry, he's their own half.
their own half, yeah.
Yeah, all the way to our box, and he's just there for a free header. How tall is it? Like, come on, man. It's schoolboy defending for that goal. It really is. And yeah, it's just another embarrassment, you know, of a performance really. And 11 points clear now, Liverpool. What? It's crazy. But I'll come to Rory first, bro. Yeah, man. What do we even say about that game, bro? Like, honestly.
Sorry, I just need to take my vitamins. Yeah. I was actually saying to you backstage.
You mean vitamins?
What?
I just fucking did it.
This is to improve my immune system, you know what I'm saying? But
we call them vitamins.
Yeah,
vitamins.
Yeah. But yeah, I was saying to you backstage, Josh, that despite the game happened on Saturday, I still felt like I had to have a walk. Just take at least 30 minutes out of my day to just take a walk to the gym and back and see if I feel any better. And yeah, as you probably guessed, I still don't feel any better because at the moment I feel physically sick, especially when you're at a young age and you've not seen your team with any league titles and you're going through a 5-year drought with no silverware. It hurts. It hurts more, I'd say, being a young un than it is being an elder, because at least they've seen league titles in the past. But obviously me and Josh haven't. So it's just... honestly, I can't be the only one that felt relatively calm after that defeat. But obviously I was disappointed, but I was genuinely, I'd say, pretty calm after that game. But it happens just countless times when Arsenal lose a game, and as we count the days, I get more and more aggrieved with what I'm seeing, whether that's because of the results or the rest of the results at the weekend, I don't know. But yeah, I've pretty much tapped out of this title race and this season. To be honest, I tapped out the title race back in November or October when we lost to Newcastle, and people are only starting to realise that the title's definitely out of reach. And it wasn't because back in October that Liverpool are this government experiment and they're this unstoppable force. It's because it's just Arsenal versus Arsenal in this title race. Like, if we really wanted the league title, we would have A, succeeded in January, and B, we would be a lot more clinical. But saying that, we would have been more clinical if we saw forwards coming in this January, but we decided to do fuck all in that window. So we have ourselves to blame, and the club is getting everything that they deserve. Apart from the players, right? The players don't deserve this, but the rest of the club, including the hierarchy to the manager, everyone involved needs to be held accountable.
Everybody who's
for this
making
mess.
money.
West Ham, Graham Potter, Graham Potter, you know, Graham Potter, who doesn't even know his best team at West Ham.
No.
They have injuries in attack as well with Somerville, Paqueta, Kufal. They have injuries as well. So let's not make out that we're the only team with injuries here. And all I'm seeing is that as an excuse. Oh, we've had injuries all season. Well, hold on a minute. When we dropped points to Brighton, Fulham, Everton, did we not have our first team for them games? Even with the likes of Saka, Havertz, Martinelli, when I think, who else am I missing? Havertz, Martinelli, Saka, Erdegaard was obviously there. Even with our first team, we still dropped 6 points in them 3 games. So injuries are not an excuse because we still dropped points in them games. And it was down to the manager and his in-game management and with the lineup to a certain degree. Because in some games he was playing Thomas Partey at right back. So how about we just hold the manager accountable as well as the board this season? Because, that game, 21 shots we tallied, 2 on target. I knew from the off that this Merino false 9 nonchalant gimmick wasn't going to work again for the second week in a row. We just got lucky against Leicester because they were in the relegation zone at the time. Bear in mind, who got battered on Friday night against Brentford, and it took us until the 80th minute to actually get over the line against them. I mean, it's just hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious when you think about it. It just angers me more that we had to rely on an average defensive midfielder who is 28, who's no good in his best position, and you're expecting him to play up front for Arsenal Football Club. I mean, this has to be the worst attack I've had the displeasure of enduring at the moment. Like, I even preferred Pepe, Aubameyang, and Lacazette to this.
That front 3 balled out as well. Jens,
Yeah,
They did.
Lo and behold, all 3 of them won this manager his only trophy in 5 years.
Yeah.
But he decided to bin them off. 5 years deep, £700 million deep, and well,
we don't have one world class player.
Well, I'd say Saka because he's the only one that carries this flipping attack. And you know what? In the past, I've been sort of questioning, okay, is Saka really world class? I've been holding onto this sort of notion for ages. Is Saka world class? I don't think I'm ready to let it out yet. But now I've just got so much respect for him because now, when he's not there, I mean, we have to rely on a 17-year-old kid to get us out of jail. I mean, we could have been playing until Waneri's 18th birthday and still not scored. So I honestly, bro, and if Waneri's injured as well, we're going to have to set up with a front 3 of Sterling, Merino, and Trossard. Like, I mean, really?
Oh, I'm getting tired of just hearing about it.
Yeah, and then you've got the goal we conceded. I mean, West Ham, right? West Ham, it was so evidential the way they were going to play. So predictable. Because they knew we were going to play Merino up front. So what did they do? Set up with 5 at the back. Sorted. if you play 5 at the back against Arteta's Arsenal, you're likely 9 times out of 10 to come away with either a point or 3 points. And the thing is, West Ham were not even that good. They were not even that good. They rocked up, stunk up a 1-0, but obviously they're happy because they got the 3 points. Whereas us, on the other hand, West Ham have not won a game in like 10 matches. Maybe more than that.
Yeah, they hadn't won since like Christmas.
When was the last time they kept a clean sheet as well?
Fuck.
Oh,
no.
I don't even think they've kept a clean sheet this season.
No.
It's
I saw
mad.
something. No, this was like one of their first clean sheets.
But
embarrassing.
One thing about our attack, right? Yeah, we may not score many goals, and we've got attackers out injured. Yeah, I understand that, but at least we're stacked defensively, and we shouldn't be conceding many goals.
Yeah.
Yeah. The goal we conceded, Calafiori.
He's a left back, or he's
he's
a center back.
Firstly, why was he even starting in the first place? I don't want to hear this gimmick about the fact, Lewis Skelly had to be rested. Bro, up to the point we play PSV in the Champions League, we're playing once a week. So there's no point whatsoever in dropping Lewis Skelly for that game. But Calafiori for that goal. Stop the cross, mate. What are you doing? How are you getting sent for aura by Wan-Bissaka, who was second choice at Man United, has no technical ability whatsoever, and he gets sent to the cameras on the halfway line?
Yeah.
And then the cross comes in. It's museum defending. Look, but no touch. Don't touch, sorry. Look, but don't touch. That's what it is. Museum defending. I mean, how are we allowing Jared Bowen, who's shorter than me, win a header in between our 2 centre-backs in 6-yard box? How is that possible?
They're playing with more heart.
Yeah, I mean, defensively, but the thing is, they didn't really have to do much defensively because we didn't do anything from an attacking standpoint. We had 2 shots on target, which were straight at the goalkeeper, to be honest. I think the only 2 was the Calafiori attempt and the Trossard attempt in the second half. That was about it. And in the second half, we have no one on the bench to change things. I wonder. The manager looks towards his bench and, we've got defenders, haven't we? So we have no choice but to bring on defenders.
It's
just the same like-for-like changes every single time. We see him never bringing off defenders for attackers. It's always attackers for attackers. Like whenever he has attackers on the bench. But this time it's defenders for defenders. It's just like for like, week in, week out. Zinchenko is someone that is supposedly out the door in the summer. You know what? We're chasing for a league title. You're going to play midfield for the last, 30 minutes or so. You're going to play there despite not playing in that position throughout your whole Arsenal career. In fact, I don't think he played midfield for Man City. I can't remember the last time we played midfield, and you relied on him to come on and get you a goal. We bring on Ben White, who has just come back from surgery, and funnily enough, the best chance of the game literally fell to him. Well, the best chance we created anyway fell to him. It's unbelievable. Who else do we bring on? We brought on Sterling. Oh, Jesus Christ. That free kick pretty much summed up our entire performance, our entire season, to be honest. That Sterling free kick. And You know what it is? I wouldn't have actually dropped Sterling for that game at the weekend because what you were doing there is killing his confidence even more. Yes, he was abysmal against Leicester, but that's what you've done. You've just killed his confidence even more to accommodate a CDM or a holding midfielder, should I say, up front, who's not even a striker. Surely, if you're starting Marino up front, you're whipping balls into him. You give him some sodding service by whipping crosses in. No. We have no one in this team that can cross a ball apart from, well, Waneri and Saka. And another one that's didn't, funny enough, make an appearance. And that was Kieran Tierney. Wonder why he didn't come on. But you bring on two left backs instead. I don't. Yes, I know you are damage limitations on the bench, but like, come on. Surely you can bring off a defender and just go for the game because West Ham are not gonna. They're not gonna attack. They're gonna defend for life. They're going to sit 10 men behind the ball for the rest of the game. They're not going to do anything. So you might as well have just brought off a defender and brought on an attacker. I mean, you're telling me, right, there's no academy graduate in the academy right now that can play up front.
We might as well give Butler Olieji a chance, man. He's a natural striker. He can't be any worse than
towards the academy, right? Surely, like there's what's his name? The dude that has about 4 surnames. Flipping Harriman. Yeah, Arnold Harriman, whatever his name is. Might as well give him a chance. Because these guys are out and out forwards. They've actually played striker. Yeah. We had that kid, Chido Obi Martin. Oh, but he's gone to Man United, hasn't he? He'll probably be starting right now. But obviously that was his choice, so he decided to go. But this is where players like Butler Olieji, who have earned a spot in this squad, this is where you give them an opportunity when we have pretty much nothing to play for. And with the manager right, I think we should cut our losses in the summer. Give him till the rest of the season and then just move him on. Because
100%.
I can't put up with this same cycle year in, year out. We played West Ham last season. What have we done since? 30 plus shots against them. I can't remember exactly how many we had on target, but we missed a boatload of opportunities. No striker since. We fast forward until February 2025. We play West Ham again, lose again, 21 shots this time, 2 on target, still no striker. It's just incompetence from top to bottom when it comes to recruitment. Right, January, I mean, I sort of laid off the manager throughout January and I was sort of pointing the fingers at the board, but at the same time, you've got to also look at where he's earning his money. Like, you are earning 15 million per year, the highest earned manager in Europe. Well, one of the highest earned managers in Europe. He's one of the most longest serving managers in the Premier League. And surely have a bit of clout about you. You have all of this ruthlessness to get rid of players like Aubameyang, Pepe, Ozil. You throw them out, but you have no clout about you to sign a striker. Say to the board, right, this is what I need. Go and get me. that striker. Go and get me that winger. Go and get me that replacement for Granit Xhaka. Go and get me that right winger that can supply Saka whenever he breaks down again. And I know we've got Waneri, but again, he cannot do everything by himself. We cannot be relying on that right-hand side week in, week out. We can't. So we need a box-to-box midfielder. Declan Rice, I mean, we signed him for 105 million, doesn't know what to do with him. We all think he's a 6. Arteta thinks he's Fabregas. Cool. Right? At least, if you play him and Partey, play him in a double pivot, because I've seen enough whenever Rice plays alongside Partey, and his best performances this season have been when he's in a pivot with Partey. But now we've reverted back to, we're just gonna throw him in a Fabregas, Frank Lampard role. Like, this is your £100 million signing
all year, and he's
been doing this for ages. And look, he played
and it's
well.
not working. And
he played well last season in that position, but now
he's a 6.
It's time to play him back in the position that you actually bought him for. Right, that the reason he was in the team of the season, and well, one of the contenders for player of the season in the Premier League. It's just, it's laughable. And don't get me wrong, I will get onto the captain later on. The back four, I've already brought up Calafiori. I mean, how many times, right? I will say this now before I move on to the rest of the back four. How many times have we said on here that this guy is not a left back? He's a centre half playing out of position, but he has to somehow accommodate him because we paid 40 million pounds for him. Why does he have to play left back?
We should have spent the 40 on Tony.
This is what I'm saying. Like, that money for him and Marino combined, by the way, which is about 60, 70 odd million, with the 30 million on top of, the 30 million that we got for Nketiah and Smith Rowe, we could have got a striker.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Saliba's mind looks like he's in Madrid because lately, over the last few weeks, it's like he can't be asked.
Yeah.
Too casual on the ball, lapses of concentration. Like, I mean, when he goes on international duty with France, what are players like Tchouaméni, Mbappe, Camavinga, them man going to say to Saliba?
Come to Madrid.
Yeah, they're going to be like, well, what the fuck are you doing here? Sorry, no, what the fuck are you doing at Arsenal? Not like, what the fuck are you doing in France? What the fuck are you doing at Arsenal? What are you doing? We're on course to win another La Liga, favourites to win the Champions League, if you ask me. And speaking of the Champions League, oh my days. We're talking Mbappe, Vinny. I can't wait until they play at the Emirates. Can we just take a chill pill here and actually focus on PSV first? Because playing like that, we're not even going to get through PSV.
No way.
That's a Bakayoko, Noah Lang, De Jong, like all of these players. Is De Jong still there? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah. Pelisic is still there. He still just scored a goal the other day against Juventus.
This is what I'm saying. So we can't take that game for granted. Well, both legs, we can't take it for granted. And I think if there's two competitions that I'm focusing on right now, is obviously the Champions League. That's all I'm bothered about. The Premier League, you can just field out the youngsters, right? Play Tierney from now to the end of the season. Play Ben White. Get him to, gain some fitness here and there from now to the end of the season. I mean, he came on and, it's good to see him back, but Has he been taking fashion tips from bloody Bellerin back in the day, or what? Because I've never seen him have his shirt tucked like that before. I can't even lie. But yeah, like if we do get past PSV, we have Real Madrid and Atletico in the next round. I'm like,
Bruh,
there's no way. There's no way we are getting past the quarters playing like that. And yeah, we may have players back from injury come then, but I honestly don't know what to say. I think the manager at the moment, the thing with his fan base regarding his manager, I think the sole reason why they don't want Arteta to leave is because they're so emotionally concerned about whether we're going to get worse. Not like him winning major honours or anything, and he's got the capability of doing it, which I think he still has, but he can't get over the line.
Nah, he's got to go, yeah.
But, like, regarding this, notion about him... excuse me. Regarding this notion about him going is going to make us worse, it's just bollocks.
It is.
We're not going to get worse if he was going to get fired or if he was going to step down at the end of the season. Did Man City step down when they let go of Mancini and Pellegrini? Coincidentally, won a league title, both of them with Man City. Did them leaving make Manchester City worse? No, they got better, right? Liverpool, if they got
Liverpool
worse,
right now,
what? Yeah,
Liverpool right now.
Yeah, did Liverpool get worse after Slot coming in? Not Slot, after Slot coming in, but after Klopp left, did they get worse after Slot coming in? No, they didn't. Right, they're getting better every season. They're more solid defensively, and all it takes is just a couple of tweaks here and there, and that's what he's done. Right, bear in mind, he spent 13 million as Liverpool manager on Chiesa, who's barely played this season, and they've got countless players who are under contract in the summer, and they're still dominating this league. Like, Slot must be sat there with his feet up, like, Jesus, how easy is this?
Yeah, the light work.
Because he thought he was coming into the Premier League. You could ask every Liverpool fan, right, what were your expectations going into this season? Guarantee it would have just been top 4 and perhaps a domestic cup. Because they didn't really end the season, last season, should I say, particularly well. So they were expecting Liverpool to kick on. But yeah, I think you know what it is. At the moment, this summer, and where I stand with it, I think this is genuinely our last chance. Not for the manager, because you know already my thoughts on the manager, where I stand with him. Right, if he doesn't win a trophy this season, then he's got to go at the end of the season. But this is like genuinely our last chance in the summer to get what we need and get what the players need, or else players like Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, they will leave the following summer. I don't think they'll leave this summer, but if we don't act in both transfer windows, by the way, next season, then they're definitely leaving. They're not going to put up with this for no longer. So this summer's genuinely our last opportunity. And obviously our dream is Isak or Gyökeres up front, but the reality is going to be Zubimendi, Sesko, Williams, whatever his name is, Young Garcia from Espanyol, and possibly Trossard extension.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, apologies if I keep like rumbling on. It's just like
You're facts.
want to
You're
get off
speaking,
my chest
spitting
there.
facts, bro. You're spitting facts, man. It's facts. So, at the end of the day, like I look at it top to bottom, man. You know, owners, recruitment. You know, this goes back for me all the way to that summer window in the first place. You know, for me, that awful window when, as you said it earlier, right? How much was that Marino and Calafiori money combined?
60 million.
70 million. And yet we still failed to sign a striker. We still failed to sign a winner. We still failed to sign another midfielder, really, if we're being honest, in terms of Odegaard.
It's neglection.
And then for them to sit there and in January, when you've seen, and I know I said at the time, yeah, and I'm sure you probably said the same thing, Rory, right, with Rashford and these Asensio type signings. But would you, looking back at it now, have taken one of them?
I'd have definitely taken Asensio.
Yeah.
Because right now, with Odegaard, if, let's say, we had all of our players back from injury, right, that includes Saka, Martinelli, Havertz, every one of them. Let's say we had them back for Wednesday against Forest. Odegaard would be the player I'll be dropping at the moment. Because the guy at the moment, right, look, at the moment, I don't blame him as a player, right? Because what exactly were we expecting in terms of performances from Odegaard?
Yeah.
When he got back from his injury, he had ligament damage in his ankle, and he came back in November. Right, he got injured in August, and he came back in November. So if we actually managed Waneri properly and we gave him game time, then we wouldn't have had to worry about Odegaard coming back until mid-January, February. And don't get me wrong, he had a good spell when he first came back from injury. But now, like, without Saka, I'm not trying to be funny, but I thought my shot power was worse. I thought I couldn't get any shot power behind my shots. If you see my football videos, Jesus Christ, I can't get any shot power behind the ball to save my life. But that's almost making my shot power impressive, the way he's hitting a football. Right, like one thing about Odegaard that I always take away is the fact he's technically gifted.
Yeah.
And I do love watching him play. At the moment, he's playing like he's technically disabled. He's just like, not only he can't shoot, but he's spinning around like a Beyblade countless times on the halfway line.
Yeah.
And that clip where Trossard was through on the left-hand side, and
he's hiding behind the West Ham.
Yeah, all Odegaard has to do is just run into that space and you're 1-on-1. It was literally a 2v2. And he decides to bloody gallop away.
What?
So Trossard, therefore, has no choice but to take a heavy touch there because Odegaard decides, yeah, I'm just gonna gallop away.
Oh, you're talking about instead of running straight down the middle, he right side of the field.
I mean, that's not even poor form. That's almost like laziness, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, but why are you not running into that space? And again, as I said, I don't blame him like as a player because he should have competition. He should probably be holding bench, but we don't have anyone. He can't be subbed off. And we all know with Arteta, every time Odegaard does have a stinker, he's hooked. But we can't sub him off now, even when he is playing badly. Because we have nobody. Waneri's playing on the right-hand side, so we can't sub him off for Waneri. We can't sub him off for Marino because he's already playing up front.
Yeah.
We literally have no one other than Sterling, and you move Waneri to the middle. I don't know, but yeah, it's worrying. It's worrying what I'm seeing at the moment from our captain. And
He
look,
doesn't even, like you
he
said,
isn't my captain. I think he should be stripped of captaincy with that performance because, real talk, I
and
can't
you know
remember
what?
the last time. I can't remember the last time he's actually scored a goal to like win us the game. Like in an important game, he's not really scored a goal to win us a game of football. And I'm not saying he hasn't turned up in big games because I have seen him turn up in big games, but he's not really scored in them decisive moments. Like in this 4-year stint at Arsenal, he's not really done that. I mean, I look at De Bruyne, I look at, although I despise him, Bruno Fernandes, Coutinho, even bloody Sigurdsson had this in his game. But just lace the shit out of the football when we need him. When we need our creative midfielder to just lace one from outside the box, he just doesn't do it. And when he does, over the bar guard. That's what it is. Like when he does get power on beyond his shots, it's just it's laughable.
Yeah.
They go out
It's
for
like
throw-ins.
it's like
Rosette,
when you watch any of our, like, first of all, we barely shoot outside the box. Like we barely, and when we do, you're right. It's like hits cross way over. I just wanted to say, like, on Odegaard too, like him as the captain. The captain mirrors the manager, and the manager mirrors the captain. So, that's the kind of, that's who he's got leading. That's who he chooses to lead the team. He's not going to pick somebody, just like he wouldn't, sign somebody like Ivan Toney, which, because Charles Watts said they read an article and it was, they said something mean about Arteta. I mean, just fucking crazy shit, right? But, going forward this year, like I don't have any fucks left to give. You know what I mean? And you look at our next couple of games, like the rest of the season is going to be tough, man. You sit there and you think about it, and I said, I was on earlier with Josh. I said 3-0 Nottingham Forest tomorrow. I said I'm not even. I never pick against Arsenal. Never.
I think it's got 2-0 written all over it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
but I just, there's no way Arsenal's winning that game, because you sit there, we sit there in our heads, right, and we're like, oh yeah, well, we got a good back line, and then we do this in midfield, and then we go, fuck, who do we have up front? We don't have anybody.
No.
Nobody.
Oh yeah. What if Waneri's out as well, bro?
Yeah. Well, I was hearing that it
was cramps. I
don't know.
Oh, okay.
I heard it was cramps.
But the thing is he worth?
But he's not ready to play 90.
Yeah, exactly. Is he worth playing on Wednesday against Forest after coming off with fatigue? Is it worth it?
We don't have any choice.
But at the same time, like, we've got the likes of PSV in the Champions League. We've got both legs in the Champions League against PSV, which are far more important when you think about it now. So
we're gonna get killed.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I saw them play against Juventus. They didn't stop attacking. They were attack.
Bro, especially going away, Cooper. Do you know they've not lost a game all season at home? They beat
Yeah.
Liverpool well in Champions. I know Liverpool's beating.
They beat right, but you're right. I mean, they beat Liverpool even though it was a gang, you know, it was a bunch of teenagers. But
Yeah, I mean, we have done it before. To be fair, like we have gone to Europe, gone to these places, and managed to pick up a result. I think back to Sporting this season when they didn't lose a game. Slavia Prague back in lockdown in our worst era. So we have done it before, but like with the current attack and the time we had no bloody CDM up front, did we? We didn't have bloody alone Sterling playing on the left. Like,
and the thing is it's like we're really not going to get anybody back. You know, I know they talk about Saka coming back.
He'll be
If he
rushed
comes
back, won't
back,
he?
huh?
He'll be rushed back, won't he? If that's the case.
I think he'll be rushed back.
yeah, he will be rushed back.
He
Yeah.
should be smart enough as a player and be like, look at everybody. I've torn my hamstring. Kai has torn his hamstring. Martinelli's torn his hamstring. Like, there's people that are, you know, they're all tearing their hamstrings from
Yeah.
overuse. You know, and that's why I said to Josh when it happened, like, I didn't think that we'd see him until next year. But again, you don't know if this is all PR bullshit. Martinelli, I think, will come back. But again, what does he bring? You know what I mean? Like, this is it's so much bigger than like just this year. But you think
Yeah.
about putting the starters in there, and you think, oh, if our starters were in there, could we be? You know, I mean, start looking at just the way we play, and
Yeah,
you
even
know,
with
I
our
don't give a
starters.
shit. I don't give a shit if we have an 89% possession and you know 96.
Oh,
But that's the shit you're gonna hear tomorrow, Josh.
yeah, like
When you
this was
when
back
you
in the
do
Wenger days,
when you
wasn't
do
it? Like
his
when we dominated the ball, didn't we?
when you do his press conference tomorrow, it's gonna be like
PR conference group.
all bullshit. You know, it's
Yeah.
great, and you know, but we
All
did some
stupid
really
questions.
good things, and you know, and you'd be like, oh, why don't we have a striker? And they'd be like, oh, don't ask me stupid questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true though.
They never challenge him as well, Cooper.
Huh?
They never
Yeah.
challenge the manager as well. It's always, oh yes, Mikel.
No,
Like,
because it's like politicians. When do you ever hear a politician have a
yeah,
answer a straight question? They
no,
don't.
they don't.
And now it's gotten into sports.
Yeah,
And these
facts.
and unfortunately Arsenal is a money making, you know, the Cronkies don't give a shit. They're making money on Champions League. They're making money on, you know, paying. It's a lot cheaper to pay Arteta 15 mil a year to put up with all the bullshit and to take all the shit and say, well, you know, we're not going to get rid of it. Don't worry about it. You know, just sell your soul and tell lies to the media and mislead the fans. And we're going to drop merch all the time. You know,
Merch
and
FC.
you know, then I heard something like people who have who have like Arsenal tickets, if they don't use them a certain amount of time, the club can take them away from you.
Really? Jesus.
Yeah. The thing is, right, I
Like,
don't give a shit
because
if
they
we
want
don't
to
get
fill the
Champions League this
stadium. They
season.
want to fill the stadium with Arteta sexuals, not with you, not with fans, because the fans will sit there and walk out.
Yeah.
Bro,
Real fans are going to
we have
walk out.
paintings of our bloody set piece coach in the tunnel for crying
Yeah.
out loud.
It's just, bro, they've dried up as well now.
Yeah,
As soon as
you don't see him on
stop the
TV,
sound
do you?
effects, no, you don't see him anymore. They don't pan the cameras
No,
anymore.
no. Why aren't you? Whoa. You know, set piece. Oh, come on. Everybody get over here and bend over the coach. You know what I mean?
Bro, oh my god. Speaking of set
just-
pieces, right? I think
Oh,
most opponents have actually clocked the way we actually do our set pieces now. I can't even lie.
of course
I think,
they do, because they've learned by watching them.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah,
know
I
how to block
mean,
this shit.
now it's just, well, what's the hope? What's the hope? It's not even set pieces anymore. It's just hope we can whip it
Well,
across and
right.
Marino's there.
You got a
And he only
50-50
started
shot.
playing centre forward this week.
You got a 50-50 shot that it's a good cross.
Yeah,
And
but
then
the thing is, no one can whip it across. Right? Every time
Tierney
we
can.
do, we have because we have no strikers. We have no
Put
strikers.
Kieran Tierney as a 9, man. I said that last week.
I mean, look, what I will say, right? And
At
the
least he
only
knows how
thing
to
I
shoot.
want Arteta to do different is just use
Quick.
just use the academy, right? Look at the academy, see if there's a striker there, and mold him into what we think is the perfect striker for Arsenal. But also, from now to the end of the season, play fullbacks that actually bring you width. Right? Ben White brings you width. No disrespect to Timber, but he doesn't bring you that same width as Ben White does, and he's not as good going forward. Right? And
But
Timber
Ben
needs a
White's
rest
problem.
anyway because he's come back from an ACL injury, so you need Ben White there, right? But again, he's just come back from an injury, and you bring in Tierney on the left-hand side. I'm sick to death of this inverted to the power of 3 divided by what do you call it? I've forgotten now, but I'm sick of the inverted bollocks when it comes to inverting our fullbacks. Even our striker has been inverting.
Yeah.
Like week in, week out. Even if if call him a bloody striker, Havertz
And it
has
all
not
turns
been.
out like shit.
Yeah.
It does. I just think like Arteta we need to get him like gone. Like
I agree, Cooper.
But when you say that, people automatically jump on you and they go,
Yeah.
"Oh, you want to knock everything to the fucking ground and rebuild it?" And I'm like,
we're
"No,
having this
bring him."
conversation, Cooper, bro. They're like, we're gonna get worse. If Arteta goes, we're gonna.
We're not going to get
Right.
worse.
We have to do a full rebuild and all this stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
we have to do a full rebuild.
no, you bring somebody
Nobody's
in
better
who's
out there. But who you gonna get in all this, mate? Do you mean
there's so many out there,
bruh, man? Like seriously, God forbid that Arteta don't, something happens to him, and then we have to shut the whole club down in or something if he leaves.
I'm
if he
roommates with
calls in
Luke
sick.
there.
I heard that's
I'm
what they do.
supporting
all
MK
the-
Dons.
Seriously,
If Arteta leaves Arsenal Football Club.
I don't get this like attraction to this manager, man. Like, I'm not even taking away what he's done in terms of getting us back up there. Nobody's taking away that, man. But there's just such a love fest for this manager. It's crazy, man.
But you know what? He's being found out, and I'm not. Sometimes karma's a bitch. In real life, stuff comes back and it haunts you. These decisions he's made, Arteta's made. I still believe the worst signing he ever made was was Kai Havertz, just because he's nothing better than a squad player. When we could have spent that money in many different places, we could have bought a striker. We could have brought in another left winger. We could have with just that money, and we didn't. He chose Kai Havertz, but if he's always going to play Kai because he can't admit that he made a mistake. And I think that's a lot of the problem with this manager is, there's not a lot of people telling him he's wrong.
Facts. Facts. And the problem is as well is like I say this all the time, but it's like
And
The
he's so. Can I
the
just say
country's
something?
loving Cooper.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah,
And
go.
he's so insulated. That's
Yeah.
why there's no real media asking him real hard questions, and
No.
he has no idea what the average fan thinks.
Mm.
They think that this, we reconnected with this club, over North London forever.
Yeah.
I think you need to stop playing that song and put some fucking Metallica on or DMX
Black in
or
black settings,
something like that.
ACDC.
Get all like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
you fucking scare people when you're running out the tunnel.
Yeah. That's
Fucking
fuck, bro.
light that shit on fire and have smoke coming out of it,
Yeah.
like they do at the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl settings, man. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
But
but
no, I mean,
like,
Arteta's style this season has been like a fucking bid mass equation. I can't even lie. It's like bloody inverted fullbacks to the power of 3. You've got I've just said inverted. Inverted fullbacks to the power of 3. You've got divided by bloody hybrids to the power of 5. You've got bloody, what would you call it? I've forgotten, but yeah, you know I'm coming from. Like, it's just possession square. There's another one. Just all possession and sideways, backwards. It's just rinse, flip, and repeat every single game. It's like
when you're watching Odegaard now,
we always
and
say
when you're watching Odegaard now, he's passing backwards. He's not even creating anything. Not even creating anything.
Yeah,
And he's always on the right.
Yeah.
He's always on the right.
Yeah.
Never is around the middle, never to the left, not always to the right.
But is that down to the manager or is that down to the player himself? Because he shouldn't be playing as he shouldn't be he shouldn't be hugging the right hand side, should he?
Yeah, but don't have us do the same when he was playing.
Yeah, he had Havertz doing the same thing too.
I kept noticing Havertz keep going over there.
Yeah, remember we were saying that for like 6 weeks. It was like, why is Havertz always to the right?
Why is he so attached to everyone on the right hand side?
Yeah, it's got to be a tactic thing, man.
It's all the right side.
As if all of them are going to have another meeting or something. What are we doing? Why is
if I was on the left side,
if I was on the left
side of the if I was on the left side of Arsenal, I would just stay in my position. I'd be standing there because they're going to be running right back. Because they're not going to give me the ball going, on the third. Because everybody's going to be on the right. God forbid we somebody picks a pass and gets in, but
I don't understand why we're letting everyone snog the right hand side. It's just unbelievable,
crazy. Yeah, this is true from AFC always as well. The best one I've seen was Abramovich at Chelsea because he was ruthless. He sacked about 15 managers but won 20 trophies.
They always have the cheek to ask me, right? Would you rather have how many is that? 15 managers sacked if it meant winning things.
Fucking 20
would you stick with the
if
same
we had
manager?
20 trophies, absolutely.
What's a stupid question?
That's what I'm saying, man.
Of course, I'd rather have 15 managers if it meant winning at least bloody trophies.
Let me ask you guys a question. Knowing what we need, are you expecting the Cronkies to? You think we're going to have this mega war chest in the summer to make signings?
The thing is, right, I brought this up earlier. Our summer window is going to be Zubamendi, Sesko, Williams, and Garcia. Possibly a Trossard contract extension. That's going to be our summer transfer window.
Yeah.
Right. That's reality. When the dream is obviously Isak or Gyökeres in the summer. And obviously Lookman, you've got possibly Wirtz coming in as well. That's the dream, but the reality is what I've just said.
He's 100% going to be. His track will be Sesko, 100%.
I mean,
is going to be.
And you're right. I've seen the players come into the Premier League from Leipzig, and I shake my head in despair. We see the likes of Werner and Kunku go to the Premier League from bloody Leipzig, and then we're following that trait.
Yeah.
We follow that trait from Chelsea at the time, because they signed Werner from Leipzig. It wasn't, although Tottenham did sign Werner from Leipzig when he went back there, but Chelsea were one of the first ones that actually signed Werner at the time when he was in his prime years, and then obviously Kunku went to Chelsea from Leipzig. Like, why? Why do we always have to follow the path of flipping Chelsea? Why can't we sign our own centre forward? Why can't we sign our own bloody centre midfielder? Why does it have to be Chelsea, Man United, Man Cities? It's always the leftovers. I know. Look,
it just shows you how poorly our scouting department and player what do you call it, player profiles.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Well, we don't really. The thing is like we're told trust the process, right? What the fuck is the process? I want somebody to ask Arteta that.
Yeah, but it won't. That's the problem.
Like, what's the process?
Exactly.
Okay, you're still talking about this process. What phase are we in? And how many phases are left?
Yeah.
And what do we get at the end of this phase? Because if we're gonna get no trophies, then you might as well leave this place.
Yeah, mate. That's what's going to happen, though, man. There's going to be another trophy this season.
Yeah, I mean, with us going for Sesko, it's almost like, can I copy your homework, Chelsea, but don't. I'm going from.
Yeah.
Like, they signed players from Leipzig, and they've not worked out. Oh, Arsenal. Let's go for Sesko at Leipzig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is,
Right,
if Sesko comes in,
Chelsea rejects, but
if Sesko comes in and he's shit, what's the sell-on value of him? At least get somebody proven.
Yeah, but I think, are we in a position that, like, I would understand if we brought him in like 2 or 3 years ago when we finished 5th that year when we bottled top 4 to Tottenham, right? I'd have understood if we bought Sesko then. But he's like 22 years of age. We're going for a league title. He's a good player, but he's too raw to lead us for a league title. It's the same way with Darwin Núñez, right? Is he good enough to get Liverpool over the line?
But see, they're going to play him behind. Like, they're going to play him behind
at the moment, do they?
And they're going to play him behind Havertz. They'll sign Sesko and they'll play him behind Havertz. You watch.
I mean, like, this is what the club want. They want a striker to rotate with Havertz. They don't want a striker that's the finished article that's going to play 38 games.
That's an actual striker.
Because obviously he spent 65 million on him. Like, he only wants a striker that he can rotate with. And Sesko is that guy, unfortunately. I'm not saying he's rubbish, but I think I'd much rather have someone like Hugo Ekitike at Frankfurt, someone like that, than a Sesko. And trust me, he is a baller. I've watched Frankfurt a lot this season due to obviously Marmouche and that, and I wanted him in January desperately. And I've watched Ekitike, and yeah, he is a baller, and he brings back vibes of when we first signed Jesus in that 22-23 season. So I'd much rather have him than Sesko. Same league as well. And he scored like 15 goals in the league. So I'd definitely take him than a Sesko, for instance, because the unpredictability will obviously return from when we first signed Jesus. And I think with the games I've watched of him, he's been superb. But obviously he's had games where he has been a bit ineffective because of the amount of times he does drop deep. I think that's the only thing that's sort of putting me off and why he's not my first choice, because he does drop deep, collect the ball, but I think even with him, it could work in the Premier League. Whereas if you do the same with Sesko, I think obviously his game is to be that poacher in the box and score from long distance, obviously. I think that's one of his traits, but
But
yeah.
we don't score from long distance. Everybody's afraid to shoot from long distance.
Yeah, I get that, but at the same time, how many times do you see us crossing the ball in? Right, get down the byline, cross it in. How many crosses do you see
There's nobody
out
there.
for a throw in? Like we have players that can, you know. I look at Lewis Skelly, I look at Waneri, I look at Saka. We do have players who can cross a ball. Ben White's another one, but the problem is we have no striker to get on the end of crosses. That's been the problem this season. Not the fact we're not shooting from outside the box. It's the fact we have no poacher in the box. There's no fucker there to connect with any of the crosses. That's been the problem this season.
Well, I think we had it I think we had it last season too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the first
if we had a striker last year, we would have won the league.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All day long, mate. All day long. It's madness. But let's
even the strikers that they. I'm sorry. Even the strikers. Even the strikers that they could have gotten in January.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no excuse. No excuse.
Look, I mean, West Ham at the weekend, right? I see them bringing on Evan Ferguson, and I'm like, okay, obviously he's not my first choice. I don't think anyone would have accepted Ferguson at Arsenal on loan for the rest of the season. But I see Ferguson coming on for West Ham, and I'm like, right, so they've lost Antonio due to an unexpected, right, car accident. He's broken his leg. He's going to be out for at least a year or two. That's possibly his career finished. Right, what have they done in January? They've gone and got Evan Ferguson on loan.
Yeah.
So, like, that was pretty much unexpected. They didn't expect Antonio to be out for a long period of time. Whereas Arsenal, on the other hand, this was planned as far as we're concerned. We knew Saka was injured going into the January transfer window. We knew Jesus throughout January was going to be injured for at least a year.
Yeah.
Martinelli, although he actually did get injured, didn't he, after the transfer window? But everyone, and Win the Dog, saw that coming. Even Stevie Wonder could have seen that one unfolding. Martinelli getting injured. Lo and behold, Havertz then breaks down for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what? Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, it's mad, bro. It's mad. But guys, let's quickly move to Nottingham Forest on Wednesday. I'm not looking forward to it, people. I don't think anyone is really. But they're flying this season, third place in the Premier League. They've actually lost their past two games, to be fair. I watched a little bit of Newcastle. There was 4-1 down. They brought it back to 4-3.
But they always score goals.
Yeah. They score goals. I mean, Chris Wood, 18 goals this season in the Premier League.
Yeah,
you know, he's on a killer, man. Absolute killer in front of goal this season.
Like, even when they lose, they will lose like 3-2. Like they always score.
They will score. Yeah, because I mean,
Nottingham Forest usually put at least 2
or 3
goals.
The issue is we can't score.
Nah,
we can't score. So if they score 2 or 3, then yeah, it's a wrap.
There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, facts. But listen, I mean,
we could run Sterling out there. And that's the thing too. Like they knew in January going forward, God forbid
Yeah.
something happened to somebody else. This is who you're going to go with. You're going to
Yeah.
go with Sterling, Juaneri. You're putting out a 17-year-old who you wouldn't do that to at the beginning of the year, because when Odegaard was out, you wouldn't let him because he was 17. You were protecting him. You wouldn't come and let him play in the 10 then. But now you need him out wide, and now he's 17 and he hasn't gotten the minutes to play a full 90. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good, bro.
And it's frustrating, and I think that if the Cronkies don't get rid of him this summer, like at the end of the season, I don't trust Arteta to make the right decisions.
No.
I think Tesco's a shitty out of all the amazing strikers that are out there. How many people you think of all the leagues? The Premier League, the French League, the Italian League, the Portuguese League, the Prem, what the Portuguese League. You couldn't find one fucking player that fit Arsenal's,
Yeah, that's what they said.
right? Out of all those players, all those football players in all those countries, they couldn't find one that fit the Arsenal profile. Now, let me ask you, what is the Arsenal profile? I guess somebody who comes in and doesn't really shoot many, score many goals, because, that happens to be our specialty. Mikel doesn't like to sign. We need to sign forward players. That's it. We should be signing forward players this summer.
Yeah. I mean, midfielders and forwards at best.
Yeah.
Like
We need an 8. We need an 8. We need a left wing. You got Juaneri that could play, behind Saka and Odegaard, or maybe put Odegaard in the 8 and try, do something different.
Yeah, like this is what I'm saying. Like surely, I mean, I was thinking about this. I never said it on video because I wasn't really sure about it at first. But why don't we sign a proper 10 in the summer and then use Declan Rice as a 6? So we have him and potentially Zubamendi rotating for that 6th role. We don't have to play both of them, right? It's all about finding your best team at the end of the day and implementing a better system for your own players. So you go Rice in the 6th, Odegaard as that box-to-box midfielder, and then you sign, I don't know, a Cunha in the summer or a Wirtz. But again, Wirtz is never happening under this ownership.
Well, because we'll never pay for it.
And I'll take Cunha.
60 mil. You think he's going to be more in the summer?
Nah, I mean, if we're going to splash 60 million on Zubamendi, how much is Sesko going to be?
60.
50? Yeah, 50, 55 million. That's pretty much the limit we're allowed to spend now under this ownership, because Garcia is going to be about 30. I mean, Williams is another one. Like, he's got a release clause of 50.
He's not coming.
Yeah,
he'll go Barca.
Never come.
No, Isak's never coming here. Just like I don't think Nico Williams will ever be here. He'll choose Barca for us.
I'm more worried, right? When it comes to the Premier League for the rest of the season, I'm more worried about Newcastle getting Champions League and what they do, whether they get Europa League, Champions League, Conference League, whatever, than I am with Arsenal right now, because I'm just so desperate for Isak. Like, every single game he scores, I'm just depressed. I'm just depressed on why we didn't get him when we had the opportunity to.
I still regret. I don't get why we didn't get Watkins, man.
Rory,
yeah, 40 million.
I'll be mad.
40 million when he was literally offered to us.
Yeah, they literally came to us and said, "You're Watkins." Gave him the play for it. This is Arsenal. You're Watkins. Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan as well, as we know. But
Yeah,
nah.
he wanted the move as well.
Yeah, he wanted the move.
And we put a petty bid in 40 million.
It's so frustrating, man.
That's always.
Right, the thing is, right, Tottenham, where are they in the league again? 12th?
Fuck yeah.
Something like that. 12. They are doing protests of their ownerships.
Yeah.
Right, Levy and them man upstairs. Right? 3 new signings.
Yeah.
Do they have anything to play for? Europa League?
Yeah.
I mean,
But they're making an effort.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. They may not be
It's
good
not
enough for Arsenal, the signings they've made, but at least they've actually shown a bit of will
Yeah.
this January. They've shown some kahunas that they can actually spend money. Arsenal, on the other hand, I mean, we're still waiting for at least 3 or 4 flipping positions to be addressed. We're still waiting for Aubameyang to get replaced. We're still waiting for our Granit Xhaka replacement. We're still waiting for cover for Saka, replacement for Pepe.
Brazil.
I'm still waiting for the Saliba backup because if we let go of Kivior, Zinchenko, Tierney's obviously going in the summer. We're going to need defenders as well.
Mm.
And you really think Arsenal are going to get all of them positions addressed come the end of the summer window?
We never do. We never do.
Right? It's just every summer. It doesn't matter if we get, I don't know, even if we got Suarez over the line back in a day, Higuain, Benzema, right? Doesn't matter who. It's every summer where we go, oh, every single window, man. It's just, if only we got that player. If only we got that centre back. If only we got that goalkeeper. If only we got that striker that we've mentioned for how many years now.
Yeah.
It's just every window, man.
So we all agree that we're not spending big again this summer. There's no war chest when they all start.
And the thing is, right, I know Arteta wants Isak. He really, really does want him. And I think the only way we are going to get him is, obviously, if Newcastle don't get Champions League this season, because he should be playing at Liverpool, Arsenal, whoever, right? He should be playing at, or Bayern, should I say. I think Bayern would. But although they don't really need him, do they? So I don't know where he could play in the Premier League. But if Newcastle don't get Champions League and they get Europa Conference League, that's the only hope I've got. And secondly, if Arteta really does want him, he would bang on Kroenke's, whatever you call it. He'll bang
crypt
for
door
more flipping funds to get Isak in if he really wants him. Because I know he wants him.
Mm.
We've heard for ages that Isak is his dream signing at the moment. So if he has clout about him, he has to go up to the Kroenkes and actually say something. And you know what? We're not going to do it if we have no sporting director. Because we're still sat here with no sporting director. And if that Jason April, whatever the fuck his name is, gets the job full time, I don't know what to say anymore. Because
Cooper's got like Jason Ato by the sounds of it.
Yeah, because I keep hearing that that they're really impressed with the bloody work he's doing at the moment, and I'm like, what fucking work? What work what has he done? He's not sold anyone apart from Aiden Heaven for like a lower we used to criticize Edu for this crap, selling players less than their value.
Edu leaving is just for me, it just gives you that just makes you wonder, don't it? Like, why did this guy really leave?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably because
Is it because of
so,
Arteta got more?
yeah, it might have been because he's got too much power. But this
Yeah.
is where a proper sporting director should come in, like a Larby or a Luis Campos.
Yeah.
One of them two should be coming in that are actually able to say no to the manager, give them players or give him players that he can work with. Right, these are the players that you're going to be able to hopefully implement your system. See how you get on, and let's see if you can get over the line. If you can't, then serious questions have to be asked. And the thing is, right, although I think the manager should be moved on at the end of the season, I think I do want to see whether or not he can get over the line with a proper centre forward up front. And if he does get a centre forward, it's very unlikely. But if he does,
He's
then
not going to sign the right kite. He's not going to tie. He's not.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if he does, then I'm kind of intrigued to see what he does. Right?
Yeah,
And
but don't you think
if he
he's an
doesn't succeed
opportunity?
with a proper striker, with like let's say a 30 goal season striker, then yeah, he's obviously not good enough, and that's
He's had
obviously down
5
to
years.
him.
He's had 5
as well.
years to buy a
Yeah,
striker.
yeah. Don't you think he's had opportunities to
Yeah,
sign strike?
yeah. But like, let's say he was going to get a striker in. I can't lie, I would be inclined to give him an opportunity. Right, let's see what you can do with a proper centre forward up front, because it's not just him, but obviously he is.
But he had one in Aubameyang. He had one in Lacazette.
Yeah. Like this is what I'm saying. But if he
ruined them.
If he does get a centre forward in, then all I'm saying is I am inclined to give him another chance to see whether or not he can get over the line with a proper centre forward up front. But obviously, he is, for me, well, one of the reasons why we haven't got that addressed. Because for me, he's got to show a little bit more kahunas behind the scenes. Right, he's got to actually demand more from the hierarchy. He really has to, because he's earning 15 million per year, and the Cronkies are earning millions to get rid of Aubameyang. So don't tell me that Arteta can't demand more than just, Sesko in the summer. And, Garcia as another goalkeeper, because Neto's going to be going back to Bournemouth at the end of the season. So,
right, and we're going to need another left back.
Oh yeah,
because you're going to need.
I don't even know who we're going to.
You think what would be smart is to keep Tierney and have Lewis Skelly play.
There's literally no one available on the market with left backs, unless if you go and get bloody Grimaldo or someone. I don't know. Balde at Barcelona. I don't even know who's available.
Inter Cooper.
Yes.
Oh, DeMarco. Yeah, but he's more of a left wing back, isn't he? I've not really seen him play as a left back.
I mean,
we play for
for Leverkusen, don't he? Because they play wing backs. To be fair,
yeah.
But that's FIFA, mate. That'd never happen. Arsenal never go for DeMarco the Cooper because he's too good, mate. Best left back in the world.
I know he is. But you think about it. You can look at other, top 6 clubs, and it's like no wonder why Liverpool are winning. They've got Salah, world class. They've got their goalie Allison, who's world class. They got Van Dijk, who's world class, who leads by example as a captain should. McAllister,
40 million.
Yeah, and look what they paid for Luis, like 30 mil.
Yeah.
25 million, something
Yeah,
like that. They paid
crazy.
for him.
And the fact they didn't even sign anyone in the summer. They signed Chiesa, who got injured in the summer.
Yeah,
They signed one
because
player.
they had a club.
Yeah,
You know, he had.
Klopp's
I
first
mean, you
season.
know, you could say all you want, but Klopp left them a really solid club.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
that's
why
why
that's what we were saying earlier, Cooper, with Van Center. Oh, if he leaves, we're gonna go downhill. How? Well, look at Liverpool then.
right.
Liverpool had Klopp, and look
When
what
were our
Klopp did for
best years?
Liverpool.
And then when people say that, ask them when our best years were.
Yeah,
And since this ownership has been in charge, I don't, you know, like I respect Dom and I read the you know what he writes, and I'm trying to understand like the FFP and this
FFP.
other stuff and but it's like, why can other teams sell? I mean, why can other play? You know, most other teams, even though they're shit, you know, like Chelsea, they spent, you know, look at how many players they got rid of last year. And look how many players they signed. Look how many players Man City signed, or Man United played or signed last year. You know, and we you know the year after. You remember like Arteta's speech at the end of the season in the stadium, and
Yeah,
oh, it was just like, oh, you know, like you believe him that it hurts him so much that we didn't win a fucking trophy. You know, and we buy into this shit because it's emotional. You know, and then, you know, we end up like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, they'll sell us all they want to. They'll sell us the team we think we want. They'll sell us, you know, it's like we all knew, and we all said it previously before the January window closed, that as soon as it closed, who was going to be close to being returned to a return? Saka,
exactly. Yeah,
right? We all said that
yeah,
a month ago.
yeah.
And you know, unfortunately, I don't like being right. I'm not often right, but you know, it's just I just think like if Arteta is here, if they let him go, and then he makes his signings, I think we're in for, you know, I think we lose after next year. You know, Gabriel or not Saliba's already got a Real Madrid shirt on. You
Yeah,
know, he's already out there playing in a Real Madrid shirt.
it seems that way, man, don't it?
I mean, he just seems like he doesn't give a shit. He's like very, very, you know, he just doesn't seem like himself.
Nah,
You know,
I've seen that as well over the recent weeks, bro.
but we've all been in sports teams, right? Like
Yeah,
in the heat of competition, it's like you know, I remember like saying like, you know, I can't start tonight. Like, you know, like my knee's too fucked up. You know what I mean? Like you did what you did for the team, and then if you knew you were hindering the team, you took
yeah.
yourself out, you know. But these guys just don't seem to have any of that ability in it. Like Odegaard, like oh de guard, like that man doesn't disappear. He's a fucking magician. He does disappearing acts better than I've seen. There's no creativity,
Yeah.
you know. And I think our one Fergus, shush.
Yeah, but
The kids are getting let off the school bus.
yeah, the thing about Odegaard, right? I think he's still a good player, really, really good player. I think he's unreal on his day, but I don't see him as another Paul Merson, Bergkamp, Mesut
Fergus,
Ozil. I see more of, I don't know, on par with Riziki, if that makes sense. I think he's a good player, baller on his day, but he's not on par with the likes of Ozil and Bergkamp, Cazorla.
he doesn't have a killer instinct in him.
No.
That's
Yeah.
I bet and I'm sure that's why Real Madrid let us have him. He has no killer instinct in him.
Yeah. Yeah,
And That's why you see anytime he's challenged physically, he falls down and rolls around like a little girl.
Yeah,
Hey,
100%.
when's the women's game on? Are they playing this weekend?
This Sunday against West Ham, 5:30 kickoff. UK time that is, Cooper Sunday.
Wait, who is?
He's talking about Arsenal women, Arsenal ladies.
Oh,
They're more fun to watch than the men.
Facts. Facts. But yeah, let's
Once served them 5 goals.
let's do predictions for Nottingham Forest group. I'll start with you, man. Prediction.
Yeah, I got to run anyways, but I'm saying 3-0 Nottingham Forest. I just don't feel it in my heart. We just have nothing in our midfield, and if Odegaard's not going to do anything more than what he's been doing, and we have nothing up front.
Yeah.
It's just, and I think that's going to be the way for the rest of the season. And I love Arsenal, but maybe this is what we need to wake up the ownership. Let Arteta fucking let us. I don't want to lose by 6 points. I want to lose by even if we're in second. I want to lose by 20 points. So you could say there's a huge fucking gap. Like it wasn't luck. It wasn't. We need to start putting in the work.
100%.
But I'm sorry, I gotta go, guys.
Nah, bless out.
God
Cooper,
bless
bro.
you both.
Time.
All right,
Love,
thank
bro.
you.
See you
All right,
soon,
bye-bye.
man. Bye, man. But yeah, man. Big up Cooper as always. Big up Dell in the building, man. Great to see you, bro. What's the crap, my brother? Big up yourself, bro. Hope you've been keeping well, apart from Arsenal, man, of course. Big up Dell, man, every single time. Good to see you, bro. Make sure you check out Dell's channel. This guy's a real one every single time. But yeah, Roy, man, well, what's your prediction for Forest, man, on Wednesday?
Oh, I don't even want to blooming predict a
Come on,
score
yeah.
because, oh gosh, if we're lucky, I'd say draw, but I can see a 2-0 loss.
Mads.
I mean, imagine going to City Ground under the lights. It's just no horrible place to go.
We've won one game out of the last 4 against them, I think, at City Ground, because the FA Cups, and then they beat us that 1-0 game as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
1 out of 3. So we ain't got a good record going away there, to be honest. I know we beat them last season, to be fair, that 2-1, but other than that, it's not been great against them.
Genuine question, right? How many teams in the Premier League, in the whole Premier League, have better front threes than Arsenal right now?
Oh my days! Fucking hell, mate. I mean,
I'd say Southampton, Leicester. I mean, they obviously have been struggling all season, so count them out.
Ipswich, Liam Delap balling out.
Yep, Ipswich. Wolves, yeah.
Cunha settings, yeah. Fucking hell.
Who else?
Palace, mate.
Yeah, Palace. Everton.
Yeah, fucking Everton, yeah.
West Ham, yeah.
Yeah, West Ham.
Brentford, definitely.
Yeah, Brentford. Gee.
Tottenham.
Oh my god, I hate to say it, man. Yeah, you got.
Fulham.
Yeah, Fulham.
I think that's debatable, to be honest. Brighton, obviously. Villa.
Oh yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think that's another debatable one, to be honest. I think with Madueke, Neto, Sancho, that one's debatable.
I'll still take them right now over fucking team.
Bournemouth,
Bournemouth, yeah, all day long.
Newcastle,
Oh my god, this is embarrassing, man.
Man City,
Yeah.
Forest,
Man.
and obviously Liverpool.
Mad.
That's
Yo,
mad.
Rory, man, like the Luda's in the building, man.
Yo.
Big up the Luda Guna, bro. Big up yourself, bro. What a G,
Big
man.
up, brother.
What a G. We have to run a collab, bro. I have to get on my channel, bro. Bro, I watch, honestly, I feel like a proper fanboy, man. I watch this guy all the time. He's a real one, bro. Come on. Bless up yourself, DG, man. Come on. We have to run it up. We have to get on a podcast, sorry, man.
It could be a bot, though.
I hope. Nah, I think it's a real one. It's got to be the real one, man. It's good. He's got his picture and everything, man. It's got to be the real DG. Come on, bro.
Yeah, gotta be.
Bless up, bro. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Honestly, legendary, bro. Come on, legendary channel. I appreciate you, man. Big up DG, bro. But yeah, Rory, bro. This is like you name them all out there, bro.
It's mad.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing, bro. But yeah, Forest, mate. Everyone's going defeats, man. I went generous, man. I went 2-1 to Arsenal.
Oh my god. What
I
are
was
you
like,
getting
step
confidence
pieces
from?
for step up this time. That's a Gabriel, man.
How negative. These guys are supposed to be negative, man. What's going on?
Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, but
I don't know where we're getting 2 goals from.
Yeah, man. I just don't see it, man. It's just I'm hoping for set pieces, man. You know it is. Run it back, Gabriel header, bullet header, Tierney volley, mate. Something on the left hand side.
Well, the thing is, right? It won't surprise me if we actually turn up.
Arsenal.
No pressure.
Yes, bless up DG, man. Come on. It's actually him as well, bro. Nah, 100%, bro. We'll definitely run something. Bless up DG.
Yeah, I was just testing you, bro.
Just
testing it.
Yeah, and then look, I mean, after Forest is the Champions League, ain't it? PSV. Fuck. That's gonna be mad. Yeah. So you've gone what? What's your prediction?
That's. I don't even know.
This is where we're at the point now, people. Yeah, we literally like usually we're sitting here like I've not gone against Arsenal. Yeah, in terms of every single. You know, when a game comes up, you always go. You know, you always.
Yeah, Arsenal are on. Yeah,
but like now it's just like, mate.
Yeah.
End the season, people. This is a wrap, man. Big up Ryan, by the way. I'm fancy. Big up yourself. Hope I'm very well. Apart from Arsenal, I'm very well, my friend.
You know what? I even missed last season when, you know, last year we're going into games like, okay, who we're battering this week?
Yeah, who put a ball in the back of the net? Half a fucking team did, mate.
Oh,
stadiums everywhere we go and all that. Yo, we was loving life last season, man. Oh, mate.
Vibes, guys.
Oh, my days. I mean, if we don't joke about it, man, we don't laugh about it, then we're going to end up crying.
Yeah. I'm going to say 1-1.
1-1 draw, yeah? Oh, yeah, that's big. More points dropped. See, the thing is, if they actually do beat us, then they go, I think, 3 points behind us. They could honestly, like, if we're not careful, we dropped a third, then I think it's like Newcastle.
Even Forest have a better chance of winning the league than us.
Yeah, Chris was on smoke as well, man. 18 goals this season as well. Oh, my days. Oh, you got Alanga as well. Fucking 8 assists, I think, this season, man. Doing bits.
Hudson-Odoi.
Fucking Nuno Espirito Santo as well, man.
It'd be so Arsenal to have a Chelsea reject You know, a Chelsea reject
Yeah.
producing some sort of masterclass, and then we're sat here with Sterling and like bloody Forest showing us levels on how to buy from Chelsea. Forest, you know.
Mad. But yeah, Rory's gone 1-1. I've gone very blindly optimistic, very, very positive. 2-1 to Arsenal. So yeah, see what happens, people. But yeah, man, I appreciate everyone tuning in as always. I know it's only me, Rory, and Cooper today, but you know, we of course ran it up as always, people. We'll be back tomorrow on the channel. I've got hopefully a Forest fan coming on, so give his side of the preview, and then yeah, man, and then I'll probably do the PR conference as always.
What's the point, bro?
There's no point of doing on-tech press conferences because it's just the same old generic questions every single week. And then yeah, Wednesday obviously will be live match day. Hopefully this time I can actually sort it out because I sort of messed up on the watch-along on the West Ham game, people.
Wait, but back onto the press conference thingy, whatever you were doing, right, or planning on doing anyway. I swear you've not done one in like.
I did the Leicester one pre-recorded. I did them pre-recorded now. I can't be asked like because I just like 10 minutes. Yeah, waffle. Oh, who makes a better coffee? Arsenal, Watford. I remember that years ago. I can't believe they asked him that. Fucking who makes a better coffee? Arsenal, Watford. Oh my days, man! It's crazy. Like, honestly, some of the shit they ask is it's hilarious at times, man. But yeah, obviously, then Wednesday we'll be doing match day for Arsenal, yay, and then and after that we ain't got a game on the weekend, do we? Why? Wait, no, it's PS because we're out the FA Cup. That's why. So we don't. It's FA Cup, I think, and then PSV on the Tuesday.
Yeah. By the way, Liverpool play on the same night as we do.
What against Forest?
Yeah. So if we lose against Forest, then and Liverpool win, they go 14 points clear.
Jesus Christ, fucking 14. Madness. But Rory, bro, you got anything coming up? You want to shout out?
I don't even know, to be honest. This is where Arsenal have sent me.
Mad.
So I don't even know, to be honest. Probably now this week. I could multi-stream a watch along for Wednesday, but
calm down. I'm sure my brother Tony will be with us for on Wednesday. You know, I big up Tony every single time. He was a bit disappointed that we can do that one on Saturday, but to be honest, it probably for the good because we would have been proper fuming with it, man.
If Arsenal want to treat the club like a business, we can treat the watch along like a business as well. So we could just.
Yeah, thanks. Bro, yeah, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for all the support as always. And we're out of here, people. Peace.